In this video, I'm going to show you how to trade trend channels and how to make a profits out of trend channels. I'm going to give you few important techniques where to take the trade and how to enter and where to exit, where to keep the stop loss. I'm going to discuss all those points, and you may be trading these trend channels wrongly. Wherever you see a point, you may be taking a trade and you may be taking the trades multiple times. That's not the way to do. I'll show you where to take the entry and where to exit, what should be your stop loss, and how to draw these trend channels also. I'm going to explain each and every point along with the risk management. I'll give you the few of the risk management rules for you to understand clearly, and after watching this video you can trade these trend channels profitably with confidence. Let's get into the video. Trend channel means price trades in a channel, whether it's this kind of channel or this kind of channel or this kind of channel. These are the three trend channels, and I'll explain what are these trend channels. This is a bullish trend channel, price moves in this manner, and this is a bearish trend channel, price moves in this manner in a bearish trend channel, and this is a sideways trend channel, price moves in sideways manner. And in each of these cases, where should you take the trade? This is a bullish. This, when you see this trend channel, the market is bullish. When you see this trend channel, the market is bearish. When you see this trend channel, the market is sideways market. Okay, I hope these points are clear. And whenever you see these trend channels, you should be able to identify whether the trend is bullish, bearish or sideways. And I'm also going to show you this in charts, real examples with the chart patterns. For a trend channel to form, you need at least 2 points, 1 point and 2 points. Then only you can draw a trend line to create the trend channel. And you need at least 1 to 2 points to create the trend channel. Without 2 points, you won't be able to create a trend channel. And even if you can see 3 points, it is already trend channel is formed. It may fail anytime, and after failing, which side it is going to break, I'll also show you that. You need at least 2 points. You have seen these 2 points. Let's assume you have seen these points and there is only 1 point formed. How to predict this second point? I am also going to show you that. That means you have seen this first point and second point, and you have seen this swing, this first point. How to predict this second point? Here you have seen this first point, second point, and this swing is already formed. Next it is going to form this swing. How to identify this point? I am also going to show you that with a live examples. I'll give you that important technique, and the entry rules and the exit rules also I'll show you. Before that, let's go to our charts and let's mark few of these examples. Here is a trend channel. Let's assume you have seen only these 2 points. And how to identify these next moves? You have seen this point and this point, and how to identify this point? You have seen these 3 points, 1, 2, and this 1 point on downside. You don't know the target. How to identify the target? Let's see how to find out that. You can go to this tool, settings, copy, or you can use clone option and put this alongside this point. Connect with this point. Now you can see the target easily. That is the one technique to identify this target. You don't have to do anything. You just have to clone this trend line and you have to drag it down, so that by connecting this point, if you connect this point, you can see this target. You know this point, and now you know how to identify this point as well. And next, how you can identify these points and these points. Let's find out that after seeing this point. Similarly, you know 3 points, 1, 2 and 3 points. How to identify this target point? Fourth point or the second point from the downside. 1, 2, 3, and this is a fourth point. Let's find out that. It is going to be an approximate value. You should draw this trend line connecting these points, these multiple points. If you have a three points, the trend is already established. This is a downtrending channel, and what you can do is you can clone this once again. You should delete it. You should clone again and put it in this manner. Now you can see these points clearly. In this type of trend channel, downward trending channel, where to take the entry and where to book the profit and which side you should trade. When it is a downward trending channel, you should not take the trade in this move. That is not a recommended thing, because if you get stuck in this kind of moves, it is going to go lower. Even though you are trying to profit at this point, it may not touch this point. This point is going to go lower as the time passes. It touched around this point, but it is almost similar to your cost point. So it is not recommended to enter. Here also, if you see, it touched here. If you are looking for a up move, it is not going to appreciate in value. It is going to be almost around the same point, even if it touches, because this high point is going to go down when this trend channel moves. So The best entry point in a downtrending channel is shorting at the upper trend line and booking profit around this point. So you need 2 points for the trend confirmation. After 2 points, you can take the entry here, or if you want high probability trade, you just leave these two setups and you have seen 1 2 points and you are waiting for the third opportunity. You can take the third opportunity here and you can book the profit here as soon as it touches, and there is a fourth opportunity here and you can book the profit around this point. And you should not wait for the breakdown or a one-sided move when the market is trading in a trend channel, because that is not going to happen. When the trend channel is a downside, you are going to see upside move, this kind of breakout. And where should you keep the SL? You know how to identify these points and how to identify these targets. Now you know how to take the entry and how to book the profit also, and which side to trade, that as well. Now, what is the SL point? SL point is closing above this trend line or price trading above this trend line. Let's assume you took a trade here. There is no red candle after touching this point. Let's assume you took a trade randomly without even candle closing. You should exit after price trading above this trend line, or after candle closing. You should exit the trade and book your loss in the trade. Most of the times it is going to work out. You will get 3 to 4 touch points in a trend channel, and you may get additional touch points also, but at some point of time it is going to fail. When that is going to fail, you should be ready to exit that position. That's how you trade these trend channels. Let's see few more examples if there are any. This is not a trend channel. Here, if I see how to draw these trend channels, you can go with the low of the candles or close of the candles. Any one you should choose. Mostly you should go with the low of the candles. It should touch these points. Okay. If I draw this upper trend line, you can see these highs are not going higher. It is almost similar. This is not a trend channel. This is a wedge pattern. This is a different kind of pattern, and we'll see that later. For now, we're looking for another channel. This is also downward trending channel. Let's connect these points. There are only 2 points in this trend. 1 and 2 points. Let's assume you identified the trend around this point and you wanted to book the profit. Just clone this trend line and connect it with these points. You exactly got the target. Where to book the target. This is a point 1 and this is like a point 2. This is another point 3, but it is not able to go higher. Let's assume you took buying trade around this point for this target. You identified the trend channel, you wanted to book the profit. It didn't went higher. It is going lower and lower. There is a move, but you entered here. That target is way below your entry price. That is why it is not recommended to take the bullish positions in a downward trending channel. Okay, I hope now you got the point and you identified the trend channel. You are going to take the entry here. This is your target. You should wait in the trade patiently. It may touch this point multiple times, then it can fall, or in a downward trending channel, it is not going to happen like this. What happened in this move? Sideways move, slowly it's sliding down. In this point, after touching this point, it is going to touch this point slowly or steadily. It is not going to make a new high. It is not going to break this size. If it's going to break this size and trading like this, you should exit the position. As soon as candle closes above this trend line, you should exit the position. That's all. Here there is no breakout on this day. Entire day traded in a trend channel, and it's a downward trending channel, and in upward trending channel also it's going to be similar. Let's see, are there any upward trending channels? There are not any upward trending channels. Let's go to our whiteboard and draw the upward trending channels similar to like this, and let's see how to trade them. In upward trending channel also it's going to be same. You might be getting at 2 points, 1 2, and after seeing 1 and 2 points, you can clone this trend line and you can move it here. You will get the target. You can take the position here around this point, buying position, and you should book the target here around the second point. You should not take the short position here. That is not recommended, and wait for the price to touch this point again. Take the bullish position around this point, then book the profit around this point. And you can repeat this process as many times as it's going to repeat. At one point of the time, it is going to fail. When the trend channel is upward sloping, there is going to be a breakdown on the downside. When the trend channel is downwards, the breakout is going to be on the higher side. So you are planning to take the position here. At one point of time, it is going to break this trend channel and you should book that profit. If you are holding on to the trade that this is going to work out, it is going to fall faster from this point, because the trend changed from this point onwards. So here also it's the same. Once you know the trend changed, you should exit the position. Otherwise, you are going to take a big loss. Whatever you made in all these trades, this trade, and this trade, you are going to lose most of the profit. 50% or 100% of the profit you are going to lose with this single loss, because the momentum is going to be fast and quick, and you can take another trade after breaking this trend channel. You can take this trade. That is a different setup completely. But here we are talking about the trend channels, and that is the setup, and we discussed everything. And when you see these trend channels, don't overtrade taking the position here, booking profit here. Don't take the position here and don't try to book the profit here. That is not possible. Wait for another opportunity around this point. You will get 2 to 3 opportunities maximum. That's all. In a trend channel, you will get 1 or 2 opportunities. If you are lucky, you will get 3 opportunities. It is a rare thing that you are going to get third opportunity. Third opportunity may be a failure. Fail in the trend, you may see downside breakout or upside breakout. So you are going to get 1 to 2 easily profitable trades when you find these trend channels. And the position sizing, you should use 1 to 2% of your capital. If your capital is 1 lakh rupees, you should risk 1 to 2%. That is 1000 to 2000. 1000 to 2000 per trade you should risk. Either it is stocks, futures, options. You should plan accordingly. Then only you can survive in this market, and you should follow risk reward ratios. You should at least aim 1:2 or 1:3. Your risk is going to be so small. Smallest of the small candles, you are at least going to get more than 1:3 profit if you aim it properly. If you are happy with a 1:2 profit, you can book around 1:2, or you can aim for 1:3, or this upward trending channel. You may even get 1:4 or 1:5 kind of trades, because the candle is going to be smallest of the small candles. That's why these trend channels are going to be so much profitable, because the SL point is so small, and you should stick with the discipline. You should be disciplined to take the trades when you see the trend channel, and you should wait patiently for the setup. You should not take randomly around this point or around this point. You should exactly wait for the price action to touch this point and reverse. You should see a green candle, then only you should take the entry. Otherwise, you should not take the entry. If you want a high probability trade, you should not trade randomly even after you have seen this setup multiple times, and observe this in the live market. Or you can open a charts and watch the charts, replay the charts, and identify these trend channels, and you can see and learn a lot of things. If you want to identify these trend channels in a real-time charts, you should practice it by going through the charts and identify when market closed, and in real-time market also you should be able to identify these patterns by seeing these touch points. You can combine these trend channels with moving averages, simple moving average or exponential moving average, RSI and MACD indicators to get a better results. But basically this is enough. If you know these concepts, it is enough, and you can make a decent profit out of these trend channels. If this video helped you to understand how to trade trend channels, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications, and also share your views in the comment section. If you want to learn technical analysis and price action, I am going to provide a learning videos playlist link in the description. Watch those videos. You are going to learn a lot of information and a lot of knowledge from that playlist. Don't skip that. Watch all those videos. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in next video.